Today on an all-new Dr. Phil.
She didn't notice that her baby wasn't breathing.
After losing her son,
It's my fault. I couldn't protect him.
drugs numb the pain.
I didn't want to feel anything.
Are you an addict?
Yes.
But there are questions
Were you taking any drugs when you lost your son?
her family didn't ask.
You don't want to know, do you?
No, I don't.
Don't you think you should? Imagine the only way to ever visit your child. The baby you carried for 9 months and then swaddled in your arms is at his gravesite. Little Brennan died suddenly when he was only 11 weeks old. But his mother does not want to go to the cemetery, and for good reason. She says she is overwhelmed with guilt.
Once Brennan came home, he was healthy and happy and well taken care of.
It was a really good feeling. It was definitely the best feeling I ever had in my life. You're getting yourself all ready for, the biggest thing that you're ever going to go through in your life.
We were taking a nap together, and when I woke up, he wasn't moving or breathing. I knew something was wrong.
She brought him upstairs, and I saw he wasn't breathing and got on the phone immediately to 911.
I had put Brennan on the bed. He was already turning blue. And then it was police and EMT, and they took him to the hospital. The hospital said that he passed away from SIDS.
Elizabeth and Sean told us that he had died. And I just kind of dropped to my knees. I just kind of went off, like, how did this happen? Like, what happened? I don't understand. I think that losing Brennan broke Elizabeth.
We would sit on the couch for hours in each other's arms, just grieving, because we had this life and then, damn, we didn't. But I don't know how it dissipated into not talking about him at all.
I definitely have not grieved the loss of my son. I've shut myself down from the grieving process. This is where my son is buried.
Do you come here very often?
Not often.
How many times have you been here?
Probably less than a handful.
Can I drive in?
You can. I don't know where he's buried, though.
You've never been to his grave?
I have, but I don't. It's confusing. I don't know the roads. He knows his mother is supposed to protect him. I think it's harder because I was with him. I mean, I hope I can get better. I mean, I don't think I'll ever get over it.
Well, a few days after Brennan's death, family members discovered something very disturbing. They said bags and bags like these from a pharmacy were found in the baby's nursery and in Liz's bedroom. According to Liz's family, they were filled with prescription slips for narcotics.
I discovered prescription painkillers in college. I had used drugs recreationally on and off throughout the years.
Considering Liz's long history with prescription drug dependence, it is highly likely that she was under the influence the day that Brennan died in her arms of SIDS.
Sometime after Brennan was born, Elizabeth had been at my house. I had prescriptions for hydrocodone from a root canal. At some point, some of them were missing, and I was concerned that maybe Elizabeth had taken them.
After I gave birth, I took Tramadol, which is a non-narcotic pain reliever.
After he died, I know she had mentioned to me that she had been self-medicating a little bit with some OxyContin to deal with the loss. I just didn't know how to react to that.
After Brennan died, I started using Percocet and then OxyContin pretty quickly. I was starting both of them.
After Brennan died, I was cleaning out Elizabeth's bedroom. I found a stack of envelopes in a bag.
I would really like to know the answer of what happened that day.
Many of you are going to recognize past guest Joni Gamble. She is a former addict who now intervenes to help others. I mean, she does pay this forward, and Joni and I met, oh gosh, years ago. What, Joni, 7, 8 years ago?
7 years ago.
Yeah, and she may have been the single most hostile addict I've ever dealt with, seriously. She told us about Liz. She documented much of her story. Joni, you think that these guys are kind of covering up for her and not really dealing with this straight up?
I think the family's having a hard time absorbing the fact that there is a very high probability that Liz was under the influence of narcotics at the time that Brennan died. And so they're all dancing around the issue. But I think they all believe, and I've talked with them all on an individual basis, that they feel with her significant narcotic history that she must have been on narcotics the day Brennan was born. But nobody wants to confront her about that or deal with that because it can be very painful for them. But as I've told them, for Liz to deal with that, the truth will set her free. And she's not the only mom who's on narcotics when her kids were little. I was on a lot of narcotics when my kids were in diapers, and my biggest fear was that my children would die of SIDS. And I'm looking at my worst nightmare when I work with Liz. But again, back to the dynamics of the family, I think they're all dancing around it. They know it's there. It's the elephant in the living room.
What do you say about what Joni's saying?
I can say that I would not be shocked, but I don't. Maybe I don't want to or don't. I absolutely don't. I don't believe that she was taking any medication that day. I don't. I simply don't. But again, would I be blown away or shocked if there were evidence to tell me differently?
Well, what were all these prescription bags that you found?
Well, the prescription.
What were they for?
They were tramadol, and they were from the previous year. So it was, I don't.
There weren't a few of these.
No, there weren't.
Listen, guys, come on. I've been doing this a long time. And I do not want you here when I talk to her if you are in this mindset. I'm sorry, I'm going to ask you to leave. Because I don't want somebody to get clay-footed and make excuses for her or be in denial for her or give her an exit corridor. My loyalty right now is to her, not to you, because she is the one that, in my opinion, is in dire straits. Her life is in danger. I either need you to, I don't want you to say anything that you don't believe, but I need you to be honest here. I mean, you're just, I mean, you find dozens and dozens of prescription bags. This baby passes, and it doesn't occur to you that this is a theory that should seriously be looked at. She knows whether she was on drugs or not. You may not know, but she knows. Mm-hmm. And if she knows the truth and she tells half of that truth and nobody asks the hard questions, nobody gets to the point, then she is going to be left with half a loaf and she will never, ever get better. Do you understand what I'm saying? She didn't notice that her baby wasn't breathing. If you are fully present, aren't you going to kind of notice that?
I would think so, yes. Yes.
Do you need to not be involved in this with her?
I think I have to be involved with her.
But let me tell you, I've done this before. I've had people sitting there, I've had people sitting here that when it gets down to the hard facts, the hard brass tacks, they just don't have it in them. And there's not a second chance with her. This is a day to try to turn her, to try to get her to some meaningful help, to try to get her into an inpatient program that she says she does not want to do, to try to get her the help that she needs in parallel to that detoxification and rehabilitation to deal with the guilt, with the issues, with everything going on. And if you're saying, well, no, I've found dozens of prescription bags, but I have no clue that nothing tells me that I should even consider that. That's just simply not realistic. I don't know what happened, but I'm saying you can't be naive about it either.
But that's not how I feel. I don't think that, I'm not saying that nothing could have happened. I absolutely believe that something could have happened. And I agree.
And have you ever asked her?
No.
Don't you think you should?
I probably should, and maybe that's on me. Maybe that's my own.
You don't want to know, do you?
No, I don't. I guess because it hurts me so much for her. I hurt so much for her.
When we come back, we're going to talk to Liz, and I'm going to ask her to wake up, literally and figuratively. We'll be right back.
Tomorrow on Dr. Phil.
I had a drug problem, but I've been clean for 4 months. I want my mom to trust me.
You're not worthy of trust. You're doing Xanax, cocaine, and marijuana. Other than that, you're clean.
The heartbreaking reason for one teen's drug use.
I just need to know what the truth is.
And another teen's secret life.
You want to tell your parents.
I'm sick of living a lie.
Teenage confessions.
The reason I brought you here is...
That's tomorrow.
Well, there's a lot of sadness, but there's also a lot of questions surrounding the sudden death of their 11-week-old son, Brennan. His mom, Liz, admits that she used drugs on and off throughout the years and possibly while the baby was in her care. Now she says her grief has caused a full-blown addiction.
I was using drugs steadily for about 1.5 years after Brennan passed away. And it was because I didn't want to feel anything. I wanted to be numb. I didn't want to feel the grief and the pain of having lost him.
I knew there was a problem. Didn't think it was going to be heroin. I thought it was going to be a list of prescription drugs. I couldn't say anything to her because I was utterly speechless. I just couldn't believe it. I was in shock.
You can go up and down these streets, north to south, and pretty much find heroin or cocaine or crack anywhere. I'm texting the guy to see if they're out on the corner right now. It's going to be a left.
Okay.
Not, but it's coming up.
Okay. Okay. That took us about 2 seconds. And show me what you got.
Right, these are 2 pills of Scramble. Scramble is heroin mixed with, it's cut with something. It's usually cut with quinine.
Okay.
Because it's supposed to intensify the rush.
It got me right away. I would inject it maybe 10 times in a day. I pawned a lot of my family's belongings. I also took money from my husband and other family members.
I was just angry and shocked that things are missing from my house. It was horrible.
When I think of it, I just think of it as desperation.
Well, that's exactly what it is. Being desperate to get high.
Right.
You're willing to sell anything to get the money to get high.
I'm actually living this. It's not really much of a relationship right now. It's hard walking around knowing that the person you're living with you can't trust.
Personally, I feel that I have hit my rock bottom, yes. I don't see how much lower I can go.
Tell me your reaction to that tape as you watch that part of your life on film.
It's really hard to watch.
Are you an addict?
Yes.
Are you high right now?
No.
What have you taken in the last 24 hours?
I've been in a methadone program.
So what have you taken?
Methadone.
How much?
I took about 40 milligrams yesterday.
So how are you feeling right now?
Right now, I'm just... Physically, I'm okay. I'm just nervous. But I'm not having any of the withdrawal symptoms or...
But you're subject to withdrawal.
Yes.
You realize that?
Yes.
Why are you here today?
Because I feel like we're in crisis and we need help.
What is the crisis?
My addiction and the not grieving over my son.
So what do you say to yourself about the loss of Brennan?
It's my fault.
Why?
Because he was with me. And I couldn't protect him.
Were you taking any drugs at the time?
No.
Why did you have so many drugs around? Why did you have so many prescription sacks and stuff stuffed under beds and things around the house?
I did for tramadol, but I didn't take it. I did it when I was using, in the beginning when I started taking tramadol, and I knew I was taking too much, I would hide it throughout the house. I probably still do have pill bottles from years ago throughout the house.
So all of those sacks, all of those bottles were just really old?
A lot of them. I wasn't using with Brennan.
We know he was born healthy.
Yes.
So you weren't using during the pregnancy. What could you and should you have done differently?
I don't know. It goes back to, should I have left him in his crib to go to sleep, or should I have not taken him downstairs with me that morning?
You started taking drugs again soon after.
Right.
Why?
Because I didn't want to feel the pain.
And what'd you start taking?
Percocet. And then Oxycontin.
And then you got reintroduced to heroin?
Correct.
And so now you inject the heroin, you take it by IV?
Yes.
And what effect does that have on you?
It's a complete numbing effect. You don't feel anything. You don't want anything. You don't want to do anything.
What did you feel when you were stealing things from the family?
I felt horrible.
You've even stolen video games. You said you bought another one, she stole it too.
Right.
What do you say to yourself when you're doing that?
That I need to get well, and it doesn't matter what I have to do.
And well means get a fix.
Yes.
And there's basically nothing that you would stop at to do that, if you're being honest, true?
Right.
I mean, stealing from your own family is pretty much the bottom of the barrel.
Right.
We'll be right back. Let's see if there's some things we can agree on here. We can agree you're an addict.
Yes.
We agreed you've tried and you failed
Right.
to get it under control, right? And we can agree that the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. Like you say, this is progressive.
Yes.
You want to know what you're going to do next, we just need to look at what you did last. And that's going to tell us a lot about what's going to happen here, right? And you understand that you could wind up dead. Can we agree that a part of you thinks that's okay? That's what you deserve?
Yes.
Because you wonder in the back of your mind just how much you had to do with Brennan's death. You wonder if this is your fault. You wonder if you killed your baby.
Yes.
We can agree that you just think you may be getting punished by having miscarriages. That you're not going to get another baby because you don't deserve another baby.
Right.
And we can agree you've had a lot of things happen in your life that have made you question your worth and value for a long, long time. Starting when you were very, very young. And people did things with you they shouldn't do with a child. Well, I have a question for you. What if your being here is no accident? What if your being here at this moment in time is because this is your chance to turn this around? What if all of this conspiring around you is to give you your chance to turn this around? That wouldn't be happening if you didn't deserve it at some level, do you suppose?
Right.
It hurts you when you lost your son.
Yeah. I didn't want to be alive at times. I didn't see a purpose to living. Yeah, it hurt.
Everybody tells me you're really smart. It's time to be really, really smart now. Because I'm gonna give you an opportunity to turn yourself around here. I'm gonna give you an opportunity to make some choices. And I want you to think about how you answer some questions I'm going to ask you when we come back. We'll be right back.
If Liz hadn't come here to Dr. Phil show to get any more help, then I would have started filing paperwork to live separately because there's nothing more I could do.
That was Sean talking about his marriage to Liz. She's been coping with the death of their 11-week-old son, and she's been coping in a very destructive way, shooting up heroin. You're done if she doesn't do something.
Yeah. There's no fight left in me to try and get her back on the right path. I've done everything I thought I could do.
Do you get that? Do you care? I mean,
care.
do you care, or are you so numbed out,
No, I
so drugged out that you really don't feel anything for him?
no, I do. I do care.
Do you still love your husband?
Yes.
Do you believe that?
Yes.
I'm going to give you a chance to do something. I'm going to give you a chance to go to a serious treatment program. I don't know how long you would be there, so I'm not making this easy for you. I'm not telling you though it's like some, just quick in, quick out. And you've tried this before. You quit, and
I mean, I never quit inpatient rehab.
Well, you're doing drugs now, right?
No, I'm in a program now, so I haven't been doing drugs.
Okay. Well, I think you need to go to another program, and since you're not doing drugs, that'll be real easy for you, if that's your position. But I think you have a serious addiction here, a serious addiction. And I've asked Rich Whitman here, he's senior consultant for addiction treatment programs for the Dr. Phil show. He does all things for us involving addiction. Also joining us is Velvet Mangan, the director of the Safe Harbor Treatment Center for Women. I've asked him to be here. This is Velvet right here. Stand up if you would. Velvet, Rich, stand up if you would. These are the people. I asked them to come here for you. And I'm going to offer you the opportunity to go to Safe Harbor. I don't know how long you're going to be there. It's not going to be quick. You could be gone for a good while. And I assume you support that. Mm-hmm. I assume you support that.
100%.
So I'm offering you to do that, to go from here to there. Will you do it?
Okay.
That is not a convincing answer to me. What do you want to say?
Just go. You need to go. Go.
I said I would go.
Tell him that.
Just giving up everything I've been doing at home.
This is a chance to make it better. It's a better chance to get a foot in under your life.
Yeah, I said I would go. Did I not?
He wanted to hear you say it. To him, not to me.
Said I would go.
You don't understand. You're not doing me a favor. If you don't want to go, if you want to go back and whatever it is you say you're all giving up back there, then go back and destroy your life, destroy her life, destroy his life. Don't look at me like, okay, I'll go, Mr. Principal of the school. If you don't want to go, pack your ass out of here and go home. You don't get it. You don't get it. You need to not walk. You need to run. You need to decide that you are going to grab onto this and do what you have to do to give yourself and your family and your son's mother a chance to live. Do you want his legacy forever to be that he's watching, I died and look what's happened to my mother? Thank you, Mom. How about you stand up and get a backbone and dig your way out of this? Honor his death with your life. Honor his death with your life. Make him proud of you. Fight for this. Do something that gives you a chance. Don't look at me with some bitchy attitude. Like I said I would go. Are you kidding me? I got 10,000 people lined up out here writing letters to get on this show every day looking for help, and you act like you're doing us all a favor? This is your life. A thank you would be appropriate. A thank you to Velvet for coming here. Thank you for Rich for flying here from Texas for you to give you a chance to do something. And if you don't want to do it, that's okay. It's up to you. But this is your chance. This is your opportunity to say, I'm going to do what I need to do. I've got people that love me around me. They haven't got much to say for some reason. I guarantee you, if my daughter was on the lip of the cup, if my daughter was facing death or health, I believe I'd have something to say about it. But you do what you want to do. I'm doing the talking now. You either want to go and do this or you don't. And I do want you to do it. I do believe in you. I do believe in your ability to turn this around. And I believe in those people and their ability to give you a track to run on where you can come out and you can truly, truly honor your son's life. You can heal your heart. you can heal that bond. And you two can go forward and be married and have a wonderful family and do the things you want to do, or you can go back and shoot up heroin. Your choice. For me, I would say, Dr. Phil, thank you for making this available to me, and you damn bet I'll do it. But, of course, that's just me.
Liz, get up off your chair. Off your chair. Come on, let your mom help you. And give Dr. Phil a hug. I love you.
Do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? Then you tell those two people right there, yes, I do. I want to do this.
Yes.
Coming?
Yes.
Walk over there and shake their hands.
Good
job. The right way means you do, right way means you do. We'll be right back.
I see a thin girl, but I feel like I'm bloated right now. Like my stomach is a lot tighter and puffier.
You don't think your life's in danger?
I know I have a big problem, but I don't feel like I'm going to go die.
You're going to die if something doesn't happen. Well, 26-year-old Megan weighed just 73 pounds the last time she was here. You'll remember Megan. Take a look.
I'm 5'5", and I believe I'm 70 pounds. I see a thin girl, but I feel like I'm bloated right now, and my stomach is a lot tighter and puffier.
You feel bloated right now? Stand up, let me see this bloat.
I mean, these are diet pills that I take.
You've had to go to the ER many times. You've had dizziness, tunnel vision, blind spots. You've had your rectum actually protrude outside your body. Your kidney and liver are shutting down. You're going to die if something doesn't happen.
I can't eat this. I'm not going to be able to finish this at all. I'm sorry. And I'm going to go throw up everything that I ate anyway.
What I want you to do is make a decision to step up and go to treatment. And it's an all or none deal. And you can take it or leave it.
I don't want to do it.
Deal? Well, joining us is Megan's mom, Donna, and Joni, who brought us Megan's story. And you keep me very busy, Joni.
Good. I'm glad.
We'll talk about that some more in a minute. Megan, come on out. There she is. How are you? It's so good to see you. It's so good to see you. Well, turn around and let these folks say hello. All right. Great. Have a seat. So what was the scariest part for you?
Dealing with the idea of my body changing. I think that was the hardest thing. Just becoming a woman, because I never really got to be a woman. I've been trapped in a 16-year-old's body, actually an 8-year-old's body, for some time.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Michael Barrett is CEO and Executive Director of the Center for Change, and he's here today. And, you know, Dr. Barrett, sometimes I think we should call this the Center for Miracles, except there's so much hard work that goes on that I know it's not a miracle at all, but it's a lot of hard work. So how proud are you of this one?
I'm so proud of you, Megan. I'm so happy for you. I really can't contain it. It is a miracle.
All right, good job. Now, I want to take a moment to thank Joni for all the hard work that she's done on this show over the years. But the first time we met was not so celebratory. Take a look.
For the first time in my history, I had a guest shoot up in the green room right before she sat down to talk with me. You say, I'm doing everything I can to get this under control. You shot up 30 minutes ago in the green room here, did you not?
If I didn't shoot up, Dr. Phil, we couldn't have had the interview.
That wasn't the question. The question was, did you shoot up here in the green room 30 minutes ago?
Yes.
That's your wife, Brian. Where were you at 4 o'clock in the morning last night?
I was looking for the missing syringe.
You were on the streets getting her syringes. That's not healthy. You can't tell me that signs aren't going off that saying we're spinning out of control here. One thing for sure, and that is you're going to die and you know it.
Now, you've come a long way since.
Was that me?
That was you. That was you. And over the past 7 years, Joni has been paying it forward, bringing addicts to the show to get help, people that she encounters that just need help. And I really, really wanted Joni to pay this forward in every possible way. And I really encouraged her to write a book that she has. And it's a book called The Interventionist that starts with the day that she appeared on the show. And Joni, talk about this a little bit, because I think this is a book that is so important for people to read if they're fighting with some type of disorder, whether it's like anorexia, a drug addiction, whether they have a loved one that's in that situation, or whether there's somebody that is navigating through recovery. And I guess that's just about everybody in America. You either know somebody, or you are, or you're in that situation. Tell them what they're going to find when they open this book.
Well, I think it's a book that covers many people because it talks about a struggle of a young woman who grows up in a family with alcoholism and how she becomes an alcoholic and an addict herself. And I think all of us grow up with very difficult situations. I think everybody has a cross to bear in this life at some point or the other. And what we do with that cross and how we deal with it is what defines us as a person and helps us to have a satisfying life. So it's really a story about somebody who has succeeded through some very dark times in their life with addiction. And I have found, out of my addiction, I have found a passion. And I tell my daughter, who's 12, all the time, Mary, if you find what you do for a living is a passion, you are a blessed person. So I take a very dark past. My parents both died of alcoholism and addiction. Then I became very addicted. And then with your help, you saved my life. You and the resources that Rich Whitman provided for me. And then when I got well, I gave back and I found the power of the camera. So a lot of the stories that you read in the book are about some of the girls that I have brought here to the Dr. Phil show. And some of them are in my private interventionist life. Right. So my story is told through, my memories are told through the stories of the interventions.
And you know, some of the stories that we've had here are so amazing. You know, what we referred to as the heroin twins that were shooting up. Those that we've just encountered along the way. You've been out paying it forward, and you said that you thought your greatest gift that you could give to your family was your sobriety. But you found out that it's even more than that.
Yeah, one of the greatest gifts you get in writing a book is you get clarity over your life story. And I really thought that my greatest gift to my children and my family was my sobriety. And after writing this book, I don't feel that anymore. I feel the greatest gift that I will give my children is to be able to love more authentically. I'm not really good with intimacy. I'm not done yet. Sobriety is just the start. You know, when you grow up in these families and then you have to get sober yourself, there's still a big emotional piece that I feel that I'm missing. So I'm still a work in progress, and I'm working towards that as I've gotten a solid footing in my sobriety.
Well, and that's what we were talking about with Liz. You know, you've got to first get through the detox because her brain is toxic. And, you know, we use those words like almost slang, detox, but it's detoxification. You've got to get the poisons out of your brain and clear things, and then you've got to build a lifestyle that supports sobriety and rehabilitation, and then you begin to do all of the things that come back with good functioning, which is why I'm so excited to hear that your relationship with Eric is great, you know, your sister as well, with your mom. You've got a sense of humor, you're going to movies, I mean, it's so great to see all of that stuff come to blossom, and that's the fun part, right?
Yeah.
That's the fun part, and that's going to be great for you and for your kids.
Yeah, and you know what I love about Megan and the girls that I've helped? Megan was brought to me. There was a girl, Stephanie. Remember Stephanie, babysitter gone bad? Her grandmother, Juanita, stalked these two in the local grocery store and thought, oh, no, I can't go up to him. I can't go up to him. She stalked him a little while further and saw how skinny she was and went up to him and said, I have this friend, Joni, who really helps girls get to Dr. Phil, and then Dr. Phil can help them. Almost every one of these girls are connected to one another. They find me through themselves.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a chain letter. And it's been the most gratifying experience of my life. And I cannot express enough gratitude to you, Dr. Phil. And I know you probably hear this a lot, but you saved my family. We just could not have gotten well without you and the resources that this show provided us.
Well,
and for that,
you did the work. All right. The book is The Interventionist, and let me tell you, it is an important read. It will give you tools you need at a point in your life. We'll be right back. Well, I was talking to the studio audience before the show today, and I told all you guys this was going to be a very important show with very important work, and I think we proved that to be true, and I appreciate y'all's patience and focus. I so feel the energy of the audience when I'm up here. I know that you're behind me when I'm doing some things that take a lot of energy, so thank you guys for being here, and thank all of you at home. I want to thank all of my guests today. And a special thanks to Rich Whitman, Senior Consultant for Addiction Treatment Programs for the Dr. Phil Show, and Velvet Mangan, Director of Safe Harbor Treatment Center for Women, for offering treatment for our guest Liz. Also, a special heartfelt thanks to Joni Gamble for paying it forward for the past 7 years. Now, her new book is The Interventionist, which is available in bookstores now. For more information on today's show and the topics that we talked about here, you can go to drphil.com. Or you can reach me on Facebook, or you can tweet me on Twitter. I'm everywhere. Thanks a lot. So long.
Today on Dr. Phil.
My son put a cigarette out on the back of a student's snack.
Her son is a bully.
I pick on kids because it makes me feel better.
Where do you think he gets this?
But it's the mother's behavior.
The school said you too are a bully.
That has Dr. Phil concerned.
You were asleep when the crew arrived. You refused to finish the pre-interview. You told one of our staffers, if you don't shut up, I will have your ass. Did you deal with the school this way? If we're going to intervene in this situation, you're going to have to clean your act up as well.
Plus,
yesterday we were talking with Tamika Rashawn, who is a self-described bully.
I'm also a better mother. I mean, children do what you say.
Hold on. You're not going to abuse her. You're going to talk to me. This is going to be a changing day in your life.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
It matters to you. That's what I want to talk about. Are we ready in the booth? Let's do it. All right, this kid looks like the typical all-American, well-adjusted, happy boy, right? But his mother, Nancy, says, don't let this cute face fool you. Take a look.
My 13-year-old son, Nick, may seem like a sweet, innocent little boy, but he's an out-of-control bully.
He can go I'm not with you.
Nick used to be bullied by kids. Now the tables have turned, and Nick is the bully. I never ever thought that I would bring a bully into this world.
School can go
Nick bullies kids that look vulnerable. He uses verbal abuse, threats, and physical abuse. Nick has been suspended 6 times in the past few months. On February 15th, my son put a cigarette out on the back of a student's snack. I was appalled. And I thought, what could possess my son to do that? I had to plead with the student's parents not to press charges. I'm scared to death. I'm afraid that if my 13-year-old son doesn't get help soon, that he will end up dead.
Well, Nancy must be exaggerating, right? She couldn't be describing the cute kid that we just saw. Or maybe she has a valid reason to be scared. Take a look.
I'm a bully. I pick on kids because it makes me feel better, bigger, stronger. The power in bullying feels great because all through elementary, I was bullied. My reputation in school is being a badass, doing what I want, not giving a crap about what any adult says. I've been suspended from school 6 times in the last 2 months. I put a cigarette out on my friend's neck for giggles. I shoved a kid into a locker and called him a There was a kid in the 9th grade. He called my girlfriend a skanky whore. The next day, we got into a fight at lunch and I got suspended for 5 days for beating him up. I'm small, but I can pack a punch. I was going to work period and I was a minute late and my teacher said go to the principal's office. I said, you dirty bitch, don't kick me out if I'm a minute late. And then I went to the office. The people in the office know me pretty well because I'm always there. My mom and I get into an argument at least once a day.
Where are you going to be in 10 years? Because I am dying to know.
And I'm dying to know why he keeps on suspending me and not letting me do work and then you guys give me
We can't even have a civil conversation.
Because you're always trying to complain about something. You're giving me because I won't do my homework that I don't know because he suspends me. I want Dr. Phil to help me stop bullying. I do it because it makes me feel better than everyone else around me. It makes me feel like the tough guy. It's hard to quit bullying when you were bullied for 6 years straight and all of a sudden you're the bully and you feel better.
Well, today we're talking about bullies. Now, yesterday we did a show featuring what I think everybody would say was a jaw-dropping bully named Tamika Rashawn. That show ran long, so we're continuing the topic today with Nancy and her son Nick, who is joining us via satellite, as well as Tamika Rashawn, who is here. Kelly Catrone is with us, as well as is Max Adler from the hit show Glee. As you know, he plays a bully on that show, which is a great acting job because he's anything but. So we're going to just kind of have a roundtable conversation here about all of this. So, Nick, when you aggress against another kid, do you ever wonder or worry about how it affects them or makes them feel?
No, I do not feel that way. I do not think if it hurts them or mentally or physically, I really don't care.
Okay, you recently put out a cigarette on a young boy's neck.
Yes, I have.
And
giggles.
I'm sorry?
For fun, for just funny reasons.
Uh-huh. And did you wonder if he was in pain or if it hurt him in any way?
No.
Did you ever apologize to him for that?
Yeah, I said sorry after he told the principal and I got suspended.
Okay, but you were sorry you got caught. You weren't sorry that you did it.
Yeah.
So, Nick, you were bullied through the 6th grade, correct?
Yeah, from grade 1 to grade 6.
And in the 7th grade, you said, hey, I got a new start. I'm taking over. Now I'm going to be the bully.
Yeah.
A representative from St. George Simpson Middle School in Alberta, Canada, sent us this statement. Here is the shortened version. We've seen a deterioration in Nick's behavior. He is a troubled kid. He is very disrespectful to teachers. He's out of control. We're afraid he will not make it in high school. We also believe his manipulation is hereditary. His mother is a bully too. We'll talk about that after the break. Okay.
He is a child. I'm 26 years old.
He has a problem, but you don't.
I'm 26 years old. It's completely different. I don't take up
yes, it is different. You should know better. Coming up, you were asleep when the crew arrived, and Astra Austin, the producer for this show, gave you the exact precise time to be ready, 9 a.m. You told Nick, if you don't shut the up, I will have your ass.
Only tomorrow, for the first time ever on Dr. Phil.
The triple drug intervention.
Get away from me, Libby.
We love you.
Don't touch me.
We're here to help.
Every intervention starts out with the subject trying to run.
You have one chance to say yes or you say no.
I'm armed. You have a gun.
Call 911.
I don't want you to die.
This whole family's falling apart.
Then on Thursday,
My sons refuse to move out.
they say they're adult twins
You gave them an eviction notice.
They won't go.
are big-time moochers.
This is elder abuse.
That's Thursday.
Oh, I also got into a fight right there. In February, I was in the youth center, and I had a knife in my pocket that I stole from my stepdad, and I flipped it open, and then one of the youth workers caught me, and he said, "Give me the knife," and I said, "I'll stab you if you don't leave me the alone." And I kept on threatening him like this, and then I walked out the door backwards. It's not really tough to be the tough guy, because everyone bows down to you. I was hanging with my friend yesterday. I punched him in the arm, and my knuckle hit the wall. My broken knuckle doesn't hurt. Makes me feel empowered when I push a little kid, a smaller kid than me. I would never hurt like a kindergarten or like grade 1 or 2.
Well, that was 13-year-old Nick, who talks about how empowered he feels after he bullies other students. Now, yesterday we were talking with Tamika Rashawn, who is an adult, and she is a self-described bully and says she is proud of it.
I love being a bully because I have the power and I'm going to get the respect whether you give it to me or I take it from you. I hate the handicapped. I don't know why they get parking in the front. I need to get in and get out. I need that handicap parking spot. That's why I always take it, and I will continue to take handicap parking spots because they don't need it.
What is your strategy to get where you want in life? What's success for you?
Raising a happy, healthy daughter. Finishing school, really.
What are you studying?
Television, radio broadcasting.
Television, radio broadcasting.
I communicate well, obviously, because you all know how I feel, and I don't care how you feel. Again, he's talking to me. Let's cut it.
Okay, I tell you what, Kelly Catrone is a special contributor to the show. I sent Kelly to visit Tamika Rashawn.
You're a self-described bully?
I take what I want and do what I want.
Who do you take it from?
Whomever I want.
You don't like fat people?
No, I don't like morbidly obese people. If I go out in something sexy or like a short shirt, like I get the stares and the looks. But if a fat person comes out with a short shirt on, no one says anything.
Do you say mean things to fat people?
Yes. Baby, you shouldn't be eating that whole bag of chips there you have, you know?
Yeah, it's about lose weight. Step away from the donut. I'm sorry.
Can we get a waitress? Yeah, a waiter or something?
I'm going to apologize in advance for anything that might be said here. I just want to say that.
What do you think I was going to say? Are you Asian? You're Asian, so I'm going to call you Asian lady. Is that okay? Asian lady, let's get this order done.
We're going to add somebody to the conversation next.
What is your problem? You talking back to me? Do you want a piece of the Fury?
The Fury?
That's what I named my fist.
Now, that was actor Max Adler from the hit show Glee, who plays school bully Dave.
First of all, you're playing a bully, but then you don't want people to bully. Like, I would not play a bully because you're promoting bullies is what you're doing. Why don't you take a stand? Why don't you take a stand and like say I refuse to like play this character just because I'm so anti-bullies? But you're playing the character.
Max, you've been watching the show so far from backstage. What's your gut level reaction to Tamika Rashawn?
Gut level, I'll say you don't
and
look
you
different.
Know everything,
you look beautiful.
Everything
You're
about
lovely.
me already.
I don't know anything about you, but from the 10 seconds I've seen on the show, you do seem very intelligent. And when Dr. Phil asked you about your daughter, it was a whole new woman that I saw.
Let me stop here. I want to point out something because I'm really wanting you to have some takeaway from this show.
Okay.
When Max started talking, I said, what is your take on her? You immediately, get him before he get, no, wait, let me finish. No, I'm talking here. See that name up there?
I do.
That's me. Okay. As soon as I asked him that, in a get them before they get me, you said, you don't know anything about me, and and then when I made you stop and let him finish, what he actually said was that he has the sensitivity to look past all of the bluster and in fact saw an intelligent and caring woman when it came to your daughter and it came to doing what you needed to do to protect her.
I understand what you're saying.
As you look at this story...
I'm also a better mother. I mean, children...
Okay, wait a minute. I didn't ask you to take her inventory.
Children do what you say.
Hold on. No, you're not going to abuse. Just asking you, as you watch this young man, do you see the fallacy of his behavior?
Yes, but that is completely not me. He has a problem, but it starts at home.
Okay.
He's a child. I'm 26 years old.
He has a problem, but you don't.
I'm 26 years old. It's completely different. I don't take out
yes, it is different. You should know better. He's a child. He's a child. You should know better. You've had 13 more years to figure this out. Do you think this behavior is in his best interest for him to behave that way?
No.
I'm just asking you, be honest.
I mean, as a mother, if he would have did that to my kid, the last thing she would have to worry about is me pressing charges.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you're Betty Badass, and that's what works for you, right? I mean, come on, lady. Grow up.
Well.
Okay. Now, Nancy, where do you think he gets this? The school said you, too, are a bully. Are you modeling the wrong behavior for your son?
I'd like to know how I've been a bully, because as far as I know, I haven't been.
But you can ask the school about that, but let me tell you what our experience of you has been.
Okay.
On Thursday at 10 a.m., you were talking to one of our staffers, also named Nick. He asked you to make a list of things needed for the show after you forgot assignments. You yelled at him and hung up, and then you called back 1 minute later to apologize. Now, you have begged us to have you on the show and provide help to you and your son, to help this family. You said, please, please, don't pick another story. Pick our story. We need the help, right? And so we say, okay, we get it, because frankly, I think your son I think he can be a delightful young man. I think he has leadership potential and quality, and I think he can do a great job. He just needs to be redirected, but I'll get to you in a minute, Nick. But for him, I would have fired you as a guest right there when you hung up on my staff member. But for him, I did it. 4 p.m., you hung up on Nick and said you couldn't talk. 7 p.m., refused to finish the pre-interview with Nick. Friday, the next day, you were asleep when the crew arrived, and Astra Austin, the producer for this show, gave you the exact precise time to be ready. 9 a.m., you told Nick, if you don't shut the f*** up, I will have your ass.
I'm not going to deny any of that.
Okay, so maybe that's a clue as to why the school might think you're a bully.
Probably.
You said, I don't know. Do you deal with the school this way?
No.
Now, I want to be clear that when I'm talking about Nick, your son, we just have a staff member by the name of Nick. This is Nick.
I know. I met him.
Over here. And Nick, thank you for your hazardous duty in working with Nancy. But did you find it odd that she wanted the help so bad and then became so difficult to deal with as soon as you made the commitment?
Well, it definitely made it painful. You know, she was desperate, and I respected that. And you know, I'm back here tearing up looking at Nick, and I wanted to help him. And I see myself in him. And, you know, I put up with it with her because I wanted to help Nick.
If we're going to intervene in this situation, you're going to have to clean your act up as well.
Absolutely.
This is not the way to deal with somebody. And if you're going to deal with us, we won't put up with it.
Good.
We won't put up with
Absolutely.
it. Nick, I've got some things that I want to say to you. We're going to take a break. I'm going to come back and put some verbs in my sentences about things that I think you can and need to do. And we're going to find out. Does Nancy want me to run in and rescue her son, or is she willing to help and be part of the solution instead of part of the problem? We'll be right back.
I never felt that feeling before of being bigger than someone, better than them, and it just feels great, and it's like an addiction. That's what I think it is. I'm addicted to bullying, and I need help.
And later...
I don't bully children. Okay, but you can bully adults and handicapped people and people with Down syndrome. That's okay.
These two situations are completely different.
No, they're not. If you can't accept someone treating your child like that, you shouldn't treat handicapped people and people with disabilities like that.
We're talking about adults and teens who admit to bullying. I've got a lot of help here. Kelly Catrone is here. Max Adler is here. We're talking about what's going on with bullies, kind of the anatomy of a bully. Nick, here's the thing I want you to understand. You want to have personal power in your life, but you can be either a good person with that power, or you can be someone that uses strength and power and personality in a way that hurts other people. And I'll promise you it comes to a bad end. And the truth is that if you get in a power struggle with adults, you're going to lose. Because we have the power to take you out of the game. We have the power to put you in juvenile hall. We have the power to put you in jail. So that's as you grow up in life, you learn to not pick battles that you can't win. Yeah. And this is a battle you can't win with the strategy that you have now. So what I want to do is ask you, if you would like to learn to truly be a leader, to be a protector, to be a facilitator, to be somebody that helps instead of being a problem.
Yeah, I want to learn how to be a leader, not a follower. I want to be nice to people. It's just, I never felt that feeling before of being bigger than someone, better than them, and it just, what I think it is. I'm addicted to bullying, and I need help.
Okay, well, and I'm going to offer you that help. And I can promise you there's always somebody bigger. There's always somebody stronger. There's always somebody you're going to meet that's going to whoop your ass. And you're a lot better off if you just decide that you don't want to go down that road. I'm going to get you help right there in your community. I'm going to get you a professional that's going to help you and work with you. So Nick, I'm gonna arrange this, and I'm gonna ask you right now if you're going to participate in it and do the things that we ask you to do.
Yes, I will.
Okay, I believe you. I take you at your word, and we're going to get started on that right away.
Thank you very much.
When we come back, parents of a victim that has some strong words for both Tamika and Nick and Nancy, all when we come right back.
How you can feel okay to bully and make fun of people. You humiliate people and put them down constantly. If someone were doing that to your child in front of you, would that be acceptable to you?
And later,
I did not put the dog on the porch.
You purposely lifted the dog outside. You left it outside.
That was not my dog. I would never hurt animals. I have animals. I love animals. I babysit animals. I have 2 dogs. No, never.
Now, Ross and his wife, Lindy, say that they also have words for the guest on my show after bullying hit home for them in the form of a controversial wrestling move called the butt drag. Take a look.
A Buchanan High School wrestler will head to court tomorrow. He's being accused of sexual assault against a teammate.
It's been headlines for the last few months. A high schooler accused of taking a wrestling move too far. It's called the butt drag.
The butt drag is where you grab the biggest part of his rear end or buttocks and you stir it one way or the other to get control, to get behind him.
A Buchanan high schooler is being accused of going too far. A teammate alleges he inserted his fingers into his backside.
This is a strong message, not just here, but, I think across the country, that bullying isn't going to be tolerated in any form or fashion.
Okay, Ross and Lindy, if y'all would stand up. Tell me your son's reaction when this took place.
It was a reaction in a negative way. I mean, he came home 100% humiliated, ashamed, scared to tell us that this had happened. Fortunately, the perpetrator in this case was expelled from school. And my son's been at school. He's just been vilified by his classmates. He walks home from school. He's taunted constantly by people. And, I think the good thing about this, and in a lot of these stories, is that he has 4 parents that stood behind him 100%, never wavered one bit. And I think a lot of people get intimidated to stand up and speak out on this.
And I also believe that the bullying starts at home. They learn things from the parents, And I think if the parents are not, if the parents aren't willing to step up and get a grip on their child at a young age, it is out of control by the time they hit, upper high school level.
Talk about your website for these kids that are being bullied. Again, tell us the name of the website, Max.
Itgetsbetter.org.
Itgetsbetter.org. And what are they going to find?
It's really, exactly what they're saying. It's a support system. It's when they can't get support from parents, friends, family. They go to this website and find that there's a whole community and the whole world basically gets together on this website to show their support, build self-esteem, build ego. And I agree 100% that it does start at home and it starts with parents. I know that I was bullied like in 5th grade when I started at a new school district, and I was an open line of communication with my parents who encouraged me to talk about it with them, talk about it with teachers, and I knew that it wasn't me and that there's no need for me to fight back because there's obviously something wrong with the person doing the bullying. And it starts with your own ego and self-esteem, I feel like, to know that, you don't let it get to you.
Y'all were fortunate because what Max is talking about is that he had this dialogue with his parents. And oftentimes the victim doesn't come home and tell their parents because they're ashamed. They're embarrassed. They don't want to talk about it. But your son did come home and talk to you about this. But the bullying didn't stop there. And at some point, the parent has to step up and say, this isn't just kids being kids. I've got to support here. Kelly, as a single mother, what do you say to your daughter? What do you say about bullies? Do you talk about this proactively?
I do. I always, since Ava, from the time she was 2, I think any chance that I have to put something good into her head is like a bank deposit. So I always tell her, daughters always tell their mommies everything. We never keep secrets. We never keep secrets. And then every day I ask her, how was your day today? And if I notice something odd about it, I go, are you sure you had a good day today? You seem a little down. Like we have family meeting twice a week at my house.
Yeah, and as corny as that sounds, that really is something you have to do, is to have that dialogue that's out there. And, you guys have listened to Nick talk on satellite about, burning a child with a cigarette and victimizing these kids. And I asked him, did you ever think what they feel? And he said, no, I don't. What do they feel? What did your sons feel? What did Nick not get?
I think Nick, has been on both sides of the fence. He was bullied and now he's a bully. And Nick, my question to you is, you didn't like being bullied, did you?
No.
It was you would come home. Did you have an outlet to talk to mom and dad about this? Did you have the support?
I had the support, but I just didn't take it. I was just too humiliated to.
Well, imagine when you put that cigarette on that young man's ear, you probably not only hurt him, you humiliated him. It's not what you think is for kicks and giggles, but you were there just a few years ago.
Tamika Rashawn, would that be offensive to you if someone did something like this to your daughter?
I think my daughter would probably be with my mom, because if someone did something like that to my daughter.
I don't see how you can feel okay to bully and make fun of people. The fact that you humiliate people and put them down constantly. If someone were doing that to your child, in front of you, would that be acceptable to you? Would that be acceptable to you?
My parenting is obviously different because I go to my child's school and I'm
you
verbal.
Still won't answer the question.
No, it would not be acceptable.
But it's okay for you to do it to others.
I don't bully children.
Okay, but you can bully adults and handicapped people and people with Down syndrome. That's okay.
These two situations are completely different.
No, they're not,
completely different. And you know what? Furthermore,
if you can't accept someone treating like that, you shouldn't treat handicapped people and people with disabilities like that.
Now you're bullying. That's probably your son's problem because you were doing something else. So first of all, I wouldn't even let my child play a sport like that for that. So you can be put in that situation. Well,
good for you.
Okay,
I hope
good for me.
Is it the same or is it different? We'll talk about that after the break.
It's the same.
I just wanted to take a minute to talk to anybody out there in elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, and even colleges that are being bullied or have ever been bullied. I keep hearing the same scary thing over and over again, and it's that you feel you deserve to be bullied and that you have it coming to you and that there's nothing that you can do to stop it or change it. It's not true. You do not deserve to be bullied at all. Check out itgetsbetter.org. You'll see that there's an entire world out there that's ready just to talk to you and accept you for exactly who you are.
Well, we're back and we're talking about bullying today, and you guys know that we have spent so much of the 9 years on the Dr. Phil Show talking about bullying and trying to raise awareness about this. It happens in all levels. It happens with children, it happens with adults, it happens in the workplace, it happens in sports, it happens everywhere. And one thing, Tamika Rashawn, that is a common denominator is the pain that the victim feels whenever it happens. And, you know, Kirk, you were saying, and you were kind enough to role play for us in the wheelchair in the green room. Even knowing it was a role play, it still was very uncomfortable to be mistreated in such a bad way.
I had never been bullied in my life, but in that situation, I really could see what it feels like. The way she got in the girls' faces, and it was like, you know, I wanted to do something. It was a tough room.
I want to show you what happened before the show today when she came into our green room and encountered a person in a wheelchair. Now notice how far away she sits from him once she spots him. Take a look at this.
Spots in front of every building. I'm like,
to Congress?
Yeah. And so the petition is going, and I'm going to have 5 spots.
Oh,
Hi.
wow. Hello, how are you all?
Good.
Hey. Hey, Tamika Rashawn.
Topanga?
Excuse me, I said Tamika Rashawn.
Tamika.
Yeah. Really simple and ethnic.
Don't fall.
You can't, no, trust me, I'm well balanced.
You're well balanced.
Yeah.
Nice. So that's what Congress is going to do. They're going to maybe put 5 parking spots in front of every building in the country because...
You need 5 parking spots?
No, but handicaps do.
Aren't you handicapped?
I am.
And you need 5 parking spots?
Sometimes they're going to be filled up.
Like where?
There's
in
more
front
than
of
one
every
handicapped
building.
person.
I'm sorry, I wasn't talking to you.
What do you have against handicaps?
I don't want to see you, is the thing. Like, why?
Look away.
Why should I suffer? Because you're like, I don't want to see this.
Are you suffering because I'm handicapped?
I really don't want to see it. It does bother me.
I feel I'm suffering because I'm talking to you.
Well, why don't you come? Why don't you shut up because I wasn't talking to you, okay?
You're talking
to the second time. This is the second time I just said I wasn't talking to you. So seriously?
Okay.
Fine, talk to them.
Let me talk to them.
Yell.
Okay, seriously? You know my freaking name? And if you're not going to call me Tamika Rashawn, then don't call me anything at all. Please stand up, boo. It is Tamika Rashawn. T-E-M-I-C-A R-O-S-H-A-W-N. Okay? And I've told you this 5 times now, okay?
Really?
All right,
Okay.
The man in the wheelchair, Kirk, let me have Kirk join us if he would. This is Kirk Fox. Kirk, how you doing?
Good, Phil.
Good to see you. Now, you find him disgusting.
This is the thing, okay? Because he has chosen to put himself in a wheelchair. When I see it, I'm uncomfortable. It makes me feel bad. Like, I hate it. I don't want to look at you.
Why
and I'm
do
sure
you
I'm not the only person that feels this way.
Why do you judge him just because he's in the chair?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Tamika Rashawn, answer my question. Why do you judge him just because he's in the chair?
I don't like having to see it.
Would you go over and introduce yourself to her?
And I will say, there were a couple times where she actually laughed. And she looked like a completely different person where I thought that she was pretending to be a bully. Like, there is something in this girl that is so sweet, but she's fighting it, and it was tough to see. Yeah. And then I see Nick on TV, and I tear up because he's all heart, you know? And he's got to think about the kid who he burned, because now that kid might grow up to be a bully. I mean, it's a vicious chain, and you got to just stop it. I mean, you're too smart and sweet. You don't need to be a bully.
Thank you.
Well, Charlie, you've known Tamika Rashawn for how long?
I would say about 9 years.
About 9 years?
Yes, sir.
Has she bullied you?
Yes, she has.
Mm-hmm. How so?
At her house one time, we were watching a movie. I happened to doze off. And, you know, I felt her messing with my hair. I didn't think anything about it. I woke up and she had tied my hair in a million knots. Do not leave your pets around her. Her sister had a little teacup dog. We were watching a movie, and the dog simply was trying to get on the couch with us. She picked that dog up. You know they're all head. She picked that dog up and dropped it on the hardwood. I was so mad about this. There was no call for it. I was about this. I took the dog and just went on the porch. I didn't even want to be around her. Mm-hmm. Another time I had, and I was holding the dog, and the dog just started yelling, just uncontrollably. And what's going on? I looked back, and she's got his back paw, squeezing it and digging her nail into his foot. I actually had to rip the dog away, and the look on her face was, I can't explain it. I can't explain it, Dr. Phil.
So, Tamika Rashawn, tell me, why would you do that?
I don't recall dropping a dog. The dog fell. I have dogs. I have 2 dogs. I love my dogs.
Did you hurt his other dog?
My dog. I did not. I don't recall dropping the dog.
But his other pup, he said you were squeezing the back paw and making it cry and yelp. Did you remember that?
I was playing with the puppy. I don't recall.
You don't believe that?
No, I don't. Typical answer. She was playing with it.
I have a puppy. I have dogs.
Dr. Phil.
I've never.
The same teacup dog in their neighborhood. I told her, you know, if you let the dog out at night, there are possums and raccoons out here. You know, stay there with it, let it back in. Tell me why one morning I come over there and the dog is on the porch with his throat ripped out. I finally asked her, you know, I felt like she did it on purpose, and she admitted it. All she said was the trash bags were under the sink.
Yeah. Is that a true story?
I did not intentionally leave the dog on the porch. The dog was not my dog. It was my sister's dog. She's responsible for her own dog. So she should have brought her dog in. I did not put the dog on the porch.
You purposely left that dog outside. You left it outside.
That was not my dog. That was not my dog. My sister left her dog outside. I wasn't responsible for her animal. That was not my dog. I did not put the dog outside. I did not bring the dog inside. I would never, like, hurt animals. I have animals. I love animals. I babysit animals. I have 2 dogs. No, never. Never.
I strongly believe that when people show rage and anger, they think that's a powerful posture to be in, but in fact, it's the weakest time you'll ever have in your life when you're angry and enraged, because that means that you have declared yourself a victim in some way, and you're raging against whatever it is that is hurting you. That's the weakest you'll ever be. The strongest that you will ever be is when you are in control, when you are making rational and compassionate decisions. That's when you're in control. And when I see people that are showing anger, and you are, in my view, a very angry person. I mean, you are hair trigger angry person. You have to take anger off the table and understand that it's nothing more than just a symptom of hurt, fear, and frustration. When people are showing anger, they're hurt, or they're scared, or they're frustrated. And I ask you the times in your life that you've been hurt, and you said, well, you know, I have been hurt. And let me tell you that I do have empathy, and I am very sorry that those things happened to you. I really am. You didn't deserve that. You didn't ask for it. I really am. I'm very sorry for that. And I think you're damaged. And I think it's caused you to be like you got a really bad sunburn, and anybody even brushes up against you and you have a big reaction to it. And you're not ever going to change that until you heal what has you so not at peace. But I would love you to be able to walk into a room and not feel like you have to be the center of attention, not feel like you have to strut and parade, not feel like you have to dominate, but just feel like you could just come into the room and be accepted for who you are. Not how you look or what you're wearing, but who you are in your heart. I would want that peace for you, and I would want for you to model for your daughter that powerful and peaceful woman. That would be such a gift. That would be such a gift to her. And I think you need help with that. And I'm, as I said with Nick and with Nancy, I'm very happy to arrange that help for you. Someone that you could sit down with, and this is our gift to you. This won't cost anything. It's just that we'll make the help that I'm offering.
Yes.
I want that for you because I think you deserve it.
Thank you.
I really do. We'll be right back. I want to thank all of my guests today, and especially I want to thank all the people that have really helped us put this on. I want you to check out comedian and actor Kurt Fox on Comedy Central's John Oliver's New York stand-up show. It's John Oliver's New York stand-up show. He also stars as Joe on NBC's Parks and Recreation, which airs Thursday nights at 9:30. So, Kurt, thanks for all your help. He's also got a killer topspin backhand that he guns at me every time I look. Dave Karofsky on the hit show Glee, which airs Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. on Fox, as though anybody doesn't know that. So listen, thanks for the work you do on that show, and thanks for the work that you do off the show with the bullying. It gets better.
My pleasure. Thank you.
And we're gonna put a link on our website to your website so people can find it and know the resources that are there. That's great that you're doing it, Max. Thank you. Also, thanks to CEO and founder of People's Revolution, Kelly Cutrone. Thank you for working with Tamika Rashawn. Now, you need to go out and buy her latest book that just hit bookshelves. Normal Gets You Nowhere. Thanks for being here. So long.
Today on Dr. Phil, from disgusting dads
he will pass gas as loud as possible.
Were you raised by wolves?
To graceless grandmas.
We sent Penny to an etiquette class.
Oh my.
To the cheapest man in America.
In the grocery store, you will pull the grapes off because you don't want to pay for the vine.
Extremely bad etiquette.
He will separate 2-ply toilet paper.
Great.
Did I shake your hand? Let's do it. If we're going to do something here that matters, then we got to deal with the truth.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
If I can help get this family back on track, are you willing to do that?
Ready, free. Take.
This is going to be a changing day in your life. Go, Dr. Phil. Have you guys ever heard the expression, mind your manners? Well, I think maybe my guest today missed that lesson. Somehow or another, Mom didn't go over that with them. We're talking about everything embarrassing, from burps to gas to dumpster diving for gifts that you then turn around and give the person you love. Now, my first guest, Penny, is here, and although she may look like a sweet grandma, she says she just can't stop cussing, yelling, and throwing things during her granddaughter's basketball games. Take a look. You'll understand.
I'm a fun-loving, ass-kicking, redneck grandma from the country and love it. I swear so often that saying is just a figure of speech to me. It's like saying good morning.
My mother has no filter whatsoever. Doesn't matter, you know, if there's a small kid sitting next to her or a preacher, she's going to say what she wants to say.
When it comes to watching my granddaughter's basketball games, I come totally unglued. Get in there! I get so excited and so tore up that, you know, it's like I'm instigating right Grammy again. I spill pops, I kick over, I start jumping, screaming. For instance, we had a big district game the other night. I was hollering, whatever! Baloney! That's baloney! God, ref, can't you see nothing?
It's important for me that you learn manners just because I don't want my kids to think that that's okay.
I just say things off the wall. But like I said, it's still not acceptable if my grandkids grow up to act like I do. I will beat the piss out of them, and I'll beat you for letting them act like that. I want to work hard to improve my manners so I don't it up.
Okay, now first, you have my sympathies, as I said. And what do you get out of this? See, people don't do things if you don't get a payoff for it. What do you get out of this?
It's kind of like my anger management going to a ball game, you know.
So you vent there. This is what you go there and you vent all your frustrations?
I've been a lot of places.
So what do you think when she does this? What's up?
I mean, I get embarrassed, but I'm 32 years old. I'm used to it now, you know?
You call the umps zebras, and you criticize their calls. And you'll stand up and yell, what are you doing? Why did you call that? And then you'll turn around and say, was he right?
Oh,
right?
Yeah, always.
So you don't even know if he's wrong. You're just yelling to be yelling.
I get, yes. Yes, and that's why I have a problem. That's why I'm here, is because I do know this is just a lash-out act. I shouldn't do this.
Okay.
But, you know, I just can't help it. It's like I open my mouth, words fall out. And my daddy always said, you never think before you talk.
Would you like some help with this, seriously?
Absolutely. I mean, more than anything, or I wouldn't be here.
Here it comes. Stop doing that. And you need to walk in there and sit down and not embarrass your granddaughter. My dad used to tell me, boy, don't ever miss a good chance to shut up. And that's what you need to remember in your mind. Don't ever miss a good chance to shut up. Because you know what? You might as well put a big sign over your head that says, look at me, pay attention to me. Forget my granddaughter, forget the game, forget everybody else. I want all of the attention on me.
I've been doing it since I was little.
Well, how do you feel about what I'm saying?
I think you're right. I
That's
really
not very
do, but how do I
becoming, though.
stop?
You just stop. You make a conscious decision before you go in there that says stop. I want to ask our audience what they would do if they sat next to someone like Penny at a sporting event. Okay, everybody in the audience, get out your Paget gadget, which is under your chair, and you're going to get to vote. For those of you at home, log on to drphil.com so you can vote too. Now, here's the question. Would you say something to a rowdy fan sitting next to you at a sporting event? 1 is no, the louder the better. 2, absolutely. The only noise I want to hear is from the game. 3, if I'm with a small child, then yes. Otherwise, no. Those are your 3 choices. Vote. Okay? All right, let's see how you voted. We're going to look at the results right now. 15% say no, you wouldn't. 37% yes. 49% yes with a kid. So if I'm doing the math right, that is 85% of the people would say something if they were a rowdy fan, certainly if they had a kid there. So stop doing it.
Yes, sir. I'm going to do my absolute best.
Now, we sent Penny to an etiquette class with Beverly Hills manners expert Lisa Gachet. Let's just see how that went.
I'm Lisa Gachet, and I am from a company called Beverly Hills Manners.
Ooh.
You are interested, perhaps, in changing a few things?
I am. I would love to have more manners. I speak very straightforward, blunt, don't beat around the bush, don't sugarcoat.
So we're going to do now some vocalization exercises. This helps us gain control over our voice. Okay.
Watermelon rutabaga.
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 Exactly. Ladies should actually stand with their toes and heels together at all times. How does that feel, by the way?
My butt's hurting.
Good job. Can you do a little pivot for me? Go back that way. That was a When you're at a sporting event, you're really excited, how do you sit on the bleachers?
Come on, guys.
Okay.
It's like this.
Exactly.
And that's what gets my daughter is because my shirt rides up and it'll show my butt or my boobs.
I was going to say there's a decolletage situation
the
happening there.
Just because I bought them don't mean I need to show. You know, I don't want that. Oh, I'm sorry.
My first impression of Penny was that she was a little bit rough around the edges.
I was shocked to see just what few little things that I could work on at home that's going to make me a better person. If this works out, I might even start dressing like a lady.
Rome wasn't built in a day. Neither will Penny's manners.
Lisa, this is a project, right?
Yes, you know, as we saw, I mean, Penny is charming. She's wonderful. But she did have some ruffled feathers that needed some smoothing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we worked on.
Yeah. Did you notice something here? When I went to her, you know, she didn't lean forward and get on her knees when she talked to me. And also, she started out finding something with which to compliment you.
Thank you, Lisa.
But no, that's not the point that you got the comment. The comment is, did you notice that that's what she chose to do?
Because I threatened her earlier and told her if she talked bad about me, I was going to get her. I'm sorry, Dr. Phil.
Look, we all make choices. And don't tell me that you're a zombie. You make a conscious choice to give yourself permission to draw attention to yourself at the expense of your granddaughter. And the next time you do it, I want you to hear me in your head saying, you know what? I'm taking the spotlight off my precious granddaughter right now. Not only am I embarrassing her, but I'm stealing her moment in time so people will look at me. When we were at our kids' games, we weren't even allowed to say their names, right?
That's right.
We couldn't say, go, Jordan, go, we couldn't even say their numbers.
Oh, no.
Y'all need to play
good
ball.
Shot, 13. We couldn't say that.
Because your kids wouldn't let you?
No, that's right. They said, look, don't do that. Just let me do what I do, and you can clap like everybody else. You don't need to call out my name or number. And that was when they were in the 2nd grade. All right, he burps. He passes gas and picks his nose. No, he's not a 3-year-old. It's just what he teaches his child. We're going to talk to him next as our etiquette class continues. We'll be right back.
You pass gas in public?
Yes, but I make sure that it's not going to be too loud. I'm a teacher, and I usually blame it on my kids.
Now, have you ever had a burp off?
Yes, I have.
Now, do you win them?
No.
Is there ever a gas off, breaking wind?
I would win that. I'm on iron pills, yes.
Do either of you break wind or burp in front of the other?
He does.
All the time. I say it's better out than this.
Have you ever passed gas in front of him?
No, I don't flirt. I don't do that.
I find that appealing, but also disturbing.
Well, we're talking about etiquette, and my guests today have extreme examples of what I think you don't want to do. Now, that was comedian and actor Kirk Fox at world-famous Pink's hot dog stand in Hollywood, talking to people about potty humor and where they draw the line. So, Kirk, was this awkward to talk about?
It's not awkward to talk about, but listen, I think the body's a weapon, and you have to just be careful where you point it when you do things like that.
Yeah. So, do you use yours as a weapon?
If I have to, I will, but I try not to ever go there.
Now, you know you have Miss Manners sitting right next to you, right?
This is like the evolution of what I'm in the middle.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, this is the transition. You're coming out of the fog.
We're just showing it's a work in progress.
Yeah, I want to know what our audience thinks. So everybody grab your Paget gadgets and get ready to vote on this one. Is it ever okay to burp or pass gas in public? Number 1, yes, it's natural. 2, absolutely not, it's disgusting. 3, only if you're a small child. 4, it depends on the location. Restaurant, no. Ball game, sure. Okay, so you can vote. All right, everybody locked in? All right, let's see how you voted. So 17% of you say yes, it's only natural. 35% say no, it's disgusting. Are you kidding me? Only a third of you say no, it's disgusting? And 39% of you say it depends? It depends on where you are. If you're at a ball game, it's okay. Wow, that's interesting. All right, my next guest, Sarah, would say she does not think it's okay. She says her fiance, Kyle, is disgusting, gross, and just plain embarrassing. Take a look.
Nobody wants to smell you. My fiance Kyle has no manners. You need to go shower for your weekly bath. Kyle picks his nose. He's digging for gold. He'll flick it or he'll eat it.
I feel it's perfectly fine to pick your nose in public. There's no better time than the present to get it out.
He will pass gas as loud as possible. Kyle, you're so gross. Shut the door.
After I pass gas, I'll tell my daughter to smell it, or I'll fan it towards Sarah.
Kyle, stop. Dad.
Oh, my finger!
Their 3-year-old daughter, Keely, will come over to you and fart on you. Okay. She'll tell you to smell her butt crack.
Oh, it's stinky.
Kyle encourages all the bad behavior that Keely has learned.
Why don't you go rip one on Mommy?
We were at a family night where all the kids get up and they sing, and Keely stood there the entire time with her fingers shoved up her nose. I was completely embarrassed.
Sarah needs to lighten up. She's a real prude.
Okay, Sarah, you don't like this.
No.
Why not? What bothers you about it?
She's supposed to be a little girl, you know, Mommy's a little princess, and she's farting and going around picking her nose.
Yeah. What's the deal here? You think this is funny, right?
Yeah.
Were you raised by wolves or what? Is this what your parents did?
No, they think it's disgusting.
So where did you pick this up?
Just habits.
Well, why do you put up with it?
I don't know. I have no idea. I yell at him as much as I can, but he's like a third child, basically.
Yeah.
It's, you know.
I'm not the only one that passes gas, though. She's nonstop
I'm
around the
not
house.
saying I never do it. I'm saying I don't make it a sport, you know?
All right. Now, see, you say it's just humor, right? It's just funny.
Yeah.
But I have a definition of humor, and you can look this up. You can find it. Humor is an act or statement that others find amusing. See, that's what's humorous. That's what's funny. You're a comedian, right? People have to laugh for it to be humorous, right?
Well, you'd like them to.
Yeah, you'd like them to. The job of being a parent has 3 major parts to it. One is your job's to nurture the child, right? You've got to help them grow and feed them and protect them. And then you have to socialize them. And then you teach them skill sets. You know, you teach them how to do different things, dress themselves and talk and all of that. But the socializing part you're working on, right? That's what you're teaching her to do. And here's the problem with that. When she goes to school and does the things that you two are connecting on, you're not going to be around. She's the one that's going to get in trouble. She's the one that's going to get ridiculed. She's the one whose parents are going to say, you're not going to play with that kid. She's like a wild animal. You see what you're doing to her?
Yeah. But, I mean, she knows that it's the fine line between doing it at home.
She's 3!
Yeah.
But she still knows that she's not to do it in school. 23.
And you haven't figured it out? Did I read something here? And tell me if I read this right. You say that he tells her to go tell you to shut up.
Mm-hmm. If we're arguing and he's upset with me.
Go tell Mommy to shut up.
Yeah.
Tell Mommy she's a butthead. Daily, multiple times a day.
No, it'd be once in a while, but then she does the same thing.
If either one of you are telling this child to go tell the other one to shut up, that they're a butthead, that is so inappropriate. I can't even begin to tell you. The child doesn't know that, well, wait a minute, where's the pecking order? Where's the boundary? Where is the respect? Where's the hierarchy in the family? This is very confusing to a child. You need to not do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's your job's to socialize her. I mean, do you get that?
Yeah.
Do you all agree with that, what I'm saying? You don't tell your kid to go tell your spouse to shut up.
Right.
Bad news. Do you do that too?
I don't tell her to tell him to shut up. I say, Keely, Daddy's a jerk. But I don't... I don't say, go tell your dad he's a jerk. She's going to learn on her own anyways that he is. So, I mean...
Yeah. Y'all need to watch this 10 times when you get home. Okay? All right, next, I want to find out what some of you would do if a total stranger asked you to take your leftover food home at a restaurant. There's a reason I'm asking this question. You're going to meet the reason as soon as we come back. His wife calls him the cheapest man in America. We'll be right back.
Roy and I go out to a restaurant. He'll spy somebody's food at another table that they're not finishing, and he'll go and ask to take that home.
9 out of 10 times, they give me their food.
My husband is a regular dumpster diver.
I'd rather be rude and cheap than polite and poor.
Have you ever been out to eat and had a stranger ask you for your leftover food? Well, if you live in the same town with my next guest, your answer just might be it. Roy calls himself the cheapest man in America, and I don't know that I don't agree. Take a look.
I think that my husband Roy's etiquette is horrible. He's cheap, he's rude, and he embarrasses me an awful lot.
Lisa thinks I have extreme etiquette issues. I think she's a little oversensitive and overreacting.
Roy and I go out to a restaurant, and he'll spy somebody's food at another table that they're not finishing, and he'll go and ask to take that home.
I don't really think it's being rude to ask the people dining at the next table for their leftovers. 9 out of 10 times, they give me their food.
My husband is a regular dumpster diver.
Just one quick peek.
One time, Roy gave me flowers. He thought he was being romantic, and it was a nice gesture until I found a sympathy card, and it said condolences at the end. At that time, I realized that Roy found these flowers in a dumpster behind a funeral home.
It's the thought that counts.
When I talk to Roy about his behavior or lack of etiquette, I don't think he gets it.
I'd rather be rude and cheap than polite and poor.
Well, are those the only two choices? Are polite people poor?
Not necessarily.
I mean, the stuff you said is, come on.
Well, I don't really feel that it's being rude, taking something out of a dumpster, or politely asking people at the next table for their leftovers.
And so you thought so little of her that you gave her some used flowers from a dead guy?
Well, what she said to me was, every woman likes flowers, but not every woman appreciates dead flowers.
But he still brings them.
Yeah. Do you go by the funeral home to look in the dumpster? Where do you find flowers from? Oh, you do? You actually go behind? You go there because you know you're going to score.
To be honest with you, most of the flowers that go to a funeral don't end up going to the gravesite. They get discarded or given to nursing homes, and they're there for the asking.
Yeah, so what did you think? You got some flowers, and you're thinking,
well, I thought it was nice that I had flowers.
This is doing good. He turned loose some cash here for me.
Right.
And then you reach down in there and you pull out, say, sorry, you're dead.
Kinda.
What did you think?
She wasn't happy.
I kind of was like this. I don't know what to think, you know. And then I looked and I asked him why there was a condolence card in the flowers he bought me. And then he had to tell me that he didn't really buy them for me.
I messed up, so I fessed up. I told him the truth.
And that he told me where he got them from.
If you're at a restaurant and you're starting to finish up the meal, do you start getting nervous?
Well,
because does he start scanning the room?
I'm more concerned when other people start finishing their meal than when I start finishing.
I guess that's the thing. Yeah. It's when they're leaving.
Yes. That's when he starts eyeing people's plates and stuff and to see if there's anything left over. And if he sees it and he likes it, he asks for it.
Well, what if they sneezed on it and you've got stranger cooties on your food? I don't know. Does that not bother anybody? Okay, I got to ask Robin. Seriously, what would you do if I got up in a restaurant and walked over to somebody and said, that really looks good. Do you mind if I have the rest of that?
Oh, my gosh. I would think you're crazy. There's something wrong with you.
That's what she thinks.
Well, there you go. You and Robin.
I agree with her, yes, 100%.
Yeah, you and I couldn't be more different. They couldn't be more alike. Now, Roy says he hasn't purchased ketchup in over 5 years, and instead, he fills the bottle with ketchup packets from restaurants. Now, I'm really interested if his efforts are truly worth the gain. We're going to look into this. Research after the break.
My husband, Roy, is the cheapest man in America.
If I go to a fast food place, I just request extra packets of ketchup. I refill my bottle that I have at home. I do the same thing with mustard, mayonnaise, and other condiments. It's not stealing because I'm asking for it.
When he does that, it's very embarrassing.
Well, today I'm in shock. Roy here says he's known as the cheapest man in America. His wife, Lisa, says, yeah, that's right. Now, is it true that you will go in a grocery store and buy grapes and you will pull the grapes off the vine because you don't want to pay for the vine?
Right, and cherries with the stems. Yep.
It'll weigh less, right? I mean, that's your theory. So you've got grapes here, and these grapes are on the vine. These grapes are pulled off the vine. So this is what you'll do?
Oh, yeah.
Because
I don't want to pay for this. I don't eat it.
Okay. All right, so we did some research on this, and here it is. The average cost of grapes is $2.69 a pound, so that's 17 cents an ounce. So an example of 1 pound, 7 ounces of grapes is 23 ounces. It would cost $3.91. Okay, now the weight of the grape stem is 5/8 of an ounce. The cost of that stem is 11 cents. So you just made 11 cents, right?
Great.
Well, you apparently don't think your time is worth much because to de-stem the grapes, even if you're real fast, would take 2 minutes and 52 seconds. Okay, now in your state, the minimum wage is $8.46 an hour. So if you do the math, it costs you 40 cents to de-stem these grapes. So you can save 11 cents.
It's personally satisfying, and I have the time to do it because I don't work a full-time job.
Well, why don't you if you're so worried about money, get you another job. Okay, ketchup example. If you fill an empty ketchup bottle with free packs, what do you mean you ask for these? You go in and say, what do you say?
If I'm eating at a fast food place or if I happen to pass a diner or something, I'll go in very politely and request some extra packets of ketchup. I'm not stealing them. I do it with a smile.
So
and they're happy to give them
you'll
to
pull
me.
into places you didn't even order food.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll get out and walk in and say, can I have some ketchup?
Yeah.
Well, the average cost of ketchup is $1.39 for 23 ounces. 73 packets. It takes 73 of these. You know that already, don't you?
Okay.
To fill up a ketchup bottle. 9 seconds to open the packet.
I'm afraid you look like you have a little experience on that.
And then neatly.
Have you done this before?
No, but I tell you, I was so broke in college one time, I got some hot water and ketchup and made me some tomato soup.
There you go. I respect that.
Toilet paper. He will sit and separate 2-ply toilet paper so you can use just 1 ply.
Right.
Did I shake your hand? That's 1 ply toilet paper right there.
They sell it and people buy it all the time.
There's something seriously wrong with you.
That's what my wife tells me.
Again, cost of 24 rolls of 2-ply, $11.99, 50 cents a roll for 2-ply. Time to tear it apart. So, conclusion, at $8.46 an hour, it would cost you $6.77 of your time to get down to 1 ply, and then your hand smells real funny. Okay, and then you do it with salt too, right?
I don't use a lot of salt, but anything that's free, condiments,
Anything
it's
that's
free, it's for me.
Yeah.
Do you watch him do this at home?
No, I usually leave when he does it. He just has his own little spot that he sits there and he does this stuff, and I'm not sitting there separating it with them.
Well, this is how many it takes to fill this up. Seriously. I'll be damned if he didn't just steal one of my grapes.
I don't steal anything.
Put these in there.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Put these in there.
Ketchup too?
Oh, yeah, ketchup. Ketchup. You got it. And set that up there, you go.
Thank you.
All right, I think Lisa is a good sport to put up with Roy's action. When I heard about the roses he gave her from the funeral home, I had to intervene. I want Lisa to have a fresh,
Absolutely new?
Yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely new. We'll put them right here for you.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely new. Never been used. Bouquet of flowers.
No bad cards in here?
So I had the folks at Telefloral drop them off this morning. They do a great job. Plus, they want you to have flowers every month for a year. So.
Thank you.
While we're here, I was talking to them because everybody loves to get flowers. So I asked Teleflor to give everybody in the audience a $50 gift card. Wow. So you all get a $50 gift card. All right.
So I get one too?
Yes, you get one too. And because I don't want Lisa to have to go through the embarrassment of sitting there while Roy asked strangers for their leftovers, California Pizza Kitchen is going to give you $100 so you can go out. No. You don't have to eat.
Thank you.
Everybody loves pizza, right? So I asked him to give everybody in the audience $100. So you all get a $100 gift certificate to California Pizza Kitchen. I actually go there and get the barbecue chicken salad. Isn't it good? We love it. We love it. All right. Next, we're going to talk to a woman who interviews the most famous people in the world and is always on her best behavior. We'll be right back.
Hi, Dr. Phil. I'm Jacob and I'm 8. I'm Jessica and I'm 7. We don't have a job. And we don't have a lot of money. But we have the best mom. Can you tell us how to make a homemade gift for our mom? Thanks for your help, Dr. Phil. Bye, Dr. Phil. We'll be watching.
Well, that's actually a great question from really cute kids about what gift to give when you don't have money. And look, little kids don't have money, but they get great pride in doing things. And we all do, right? When you actually put yourself into it. If you don't want to go dumpster diving like Roy, you got to have some other idea. Well, I've got somebody here to help me answer this question. She is a really good friend of mine, host of the most watched entertainment news show in the world, Entertainment Tonight, and author of the new book, Secret Ingredients, Step-by-Step Recipes for Creating Meaningful Gifts. Please welcome Nancy O'Dell.
Hey, Dr. O'Dell.
Good to see you.
How are you?
How are you?
Good to see you.
Nancy O'Dell. Have a seat. You know, you live under the spotlight, right? We see you on the red carpet. We see you with the Hollywood stars. Are there any real etiquette gaffes you've either dealt with or had when you were on the red carpet?
Calling somebody by their wrong name is probably not a good thing to do.
Don't you hate that?
Oh, my gosh. Sometimes we play jokes on each other. We'll send somebody in who nobody has any idea who they are. Maybe they're an assistant or something and sit them down to do an interview with our co-host just so that they have to, you can see them squirm. That's probably not very good etiquette, but we have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah. What are the best gifts that connect people? I mean, seriously, you've written a great book about this. Robin and I have been through it. Yeah. What inspired you to do this, and what do you think makes a gift really special?
The most meaningful gifts are ones where you feel like they come from the heart and they really come from a genuine place. And to me, those are things that involve photographs and that involve you're writing something special to somebody. They don't have to be expensive. And so gifts from the heart are gifts that are meaningful.
See, I'm a big one for this continuity of identification. To go back and look at pictures of ourselves when we were in the 2nd grade or 3rd grade And remember, that's part of us. That's
Yeah,
part
it's
of our
where you
life.
came from.
And the only way you can do that is by taking the time to put all this together.
One of the reasons that I did this whole gift giving and product line with Creative Memories was because I wanted it to be simple and easy for busy people so they could get these meaningful gifts and not take a long time to do it.
We're actually going to talk about that in a minute. You may be surprised how creative I can get when it comes to gifts for Robin. I've actually put a little thought into this from time to time, if I do say so myself. We'll be right back. Well, today we're talking about etiquette. Nancy O'Dell, host of Entertainment Tonight and author of Secret Ingredients, is here to help give some memorable gifts. Now, my wife Robin knows some things about this, so she's joining us too, because you're really good at this.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're really good at this.
And I especially love this.
Yeah.
This is so me.
She fell in love with the book, I'm telling you. And you know why, particularly why? Because we now have 2 grandchildren.
Yes.
And we're going to get to it in a minute, but you have some great ideas for kids in doing this as well. So tell us what some of your suggestions are.
This one is a great gift for like a sister or a relative. It's a recipe book, and this Creative Memories did it very cleverly because you can actually do it like this, and it's got a strap back here that can make an easel. And so you put in here all of your family recipes, had everybody write it in their own handwriting. So this is actually my mom's handwriting of her very famous Betty's Biscuits. And my mom has since passed away, so I was so glad that I had to write out all her famous recipes that my mom did so well. She was my best friend. And this is my daughter making my mom's biscuits. And then I photocopied this and everybody's recipes throughout the family, including my parent-in-laws, and gave them all this book. So again, these are very easy, simple gifts.
Talk about this one. Robin loved this one because of our grandkids, because I think this is great for kids.
I barely got this one out the door because my daughter this morning, as I was taking it, she goes, "Mommy, where are you going with my book that I made for you?" And I said, "I'm going to go show it to a few people." And she literally stood in front of the front door and went, "No!" and was blocking the door, didn't want me to go, but she finally let me borrow it because I promised I'd bring it back. But she made this for me. And basically the child is being interviewed. It says here you draw a picture of me and my mom, and I love the fact that she got my long hair, but that we're holding hands in the picture. She's only 4.5.
And I'm not surprised she didn't want to give it up. Avery made a Valentine for you just the other day. She's almost 2.
Oh, it's so cute. And luckily, Erica took pictures of Avery making this Valentine. It was so precious. And so she makes the Valentine. They come over. She puts her on the front porch. I'm kind of looking out, and she hands her the Valentine, and they're kind of hiding with the camera. And so I'm like, oh, this is so exciting. She's delivering my Valentine. I step out. I sit down and go, "What do you have?" And you could tell she was saying to herself, "I have to give it away now. I made this for you, Grandma," but you could see that little tug, like, "Oh, but I want to keep it."
I worked so hard on this.
Cute. Yes, and so it took her a little while, but then she handed it over to me. And, of course, I will treasure that for the rest of my life. And I will have this book, and I'm going to write about that experience in this book with a picture.
Well, that's a great thing, because you can write the little fun things in there.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Well, you can talk about this, I guess.
Okay. I hope I can talk about it, because every time I do, I choke up. I start to cry. This man will never top this gift. Okay, we've been married 35 years. And when we were married 20 years, total surprise, he handed this to me wrapped up on our anniversary. And it's called 20-Year Spin. And, of course, I look at it, I open it up, and he has written a poem that reflects every year of our marriage. Every year of our marriage.
And included all the pictures.
He did this. It was a total surprise. He had worked on it for months and months and months. He got our photo albums out. He found pictures that reflected that year, that also reflected that poem. A poem for every year for 20 years. And then, of course, I'm sobbing and I'm crying. I'm looking at these pictures. I cannot believe this man has done this.
It's beautiful.
And
it all rhymes,
it is
literally.
so precious. And beautiful poems. But the last poem he wrote, and I still have a hard time talking about it without choking up. He said, "If life were a garden and I could walk through again, you're the flower I would pick for another 20-year spin."
That's pretty good, right?
Are you kidding me? I've always loved you, and I love you even more now.
You two are such crybabies, I swear.
That's what it's all about. That's some good etiquette. That's some good meaningful gifts.
Well, we'll talk about this some more when we come back. We'll be right back. Now, before we end the show, I want to take just a minute to kind of talk about something that's behind the scenes that you guys don't get to see a lot. I think in 10 years, we've done like over 8,000 guests here on the show. And these things don't just happen. It takes a lot to put them together. And people behind the scenes do all that. Now, today's show, which was a fun show that just kind of made us think about how we're being polite or not, was produced by Beth Thompson Greeley. Now, Beth has been with the show for 5 seasons, first as an associate producer, until last year we promoted her to producer when she started the Dr. Phil Housewives series. Now, Beth is 30, she's married, has a beautiful baby son named Paxton. So I want to introduce you to her, but first, take a look at this.
I grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. My parents couldn't be more excited about my job. My mom's a total planner and always loves to throw parties, so she's convinced that, I really got my producing skills from her. Before moving to Los Angeles and working for Dr. Phil, I worked for the Travel Channel and did a really fun travel series where I got to go dog mushing in Alaska and join the circus in Atlanta. When I first started at Dr. Phil, I was a senior associate producer for Ed Santos. One of the biggest projects we've worked on for several seasons together was the Alexandra story from the Dr. Phil family.
I am not a crackhead, and that's how you're treating me.
I'm not treating you like a crackhead.
I'm done.
And I'm so happy after 5 seasons, she is finally in rehab. I just had my son Paxton a year ago this month. When I found out I was pregnant, I was so excited to share the news with Dr. Phil and Robin, and they were fantastic. They were so excited.
Hey, Beth, congratulations. So you're having a big baby shower.
Oh, I'm so happy for you. Our executive producer, Carla Pennington, offered to throw me a really amazing shower at her home, and it was so thoughtful and so generous. I absolutely loved it. Say hello. I bring them in whenever I can, and especially on the weekends, I'll be missing them. Yay! I think one of the most exciting parts about my job is the rush of taping a show. I had a really great associate producer, Jennifer, and she is really in charge of booking the stories. I also have a segment producer, Teen, who's fantastic. She is in charge of putting all the wonderful tapes together. And then I have a great production assistant named Anna, who really just keeps the whole team together. On the day that I have a show, I'm able to see everything that I've been working so hard on. That morning that I wake up, it's just an instant rush. I really enjoy working at Dr. Phil for a couple reasons. And one reason is the fact that I really do believe that we make a difference in people's lives.
Well, let me introduce you to Beth Thompson Greeley. Beth, come on out. Good job, good job.
Yeah.
So you've been here 5 years. It seems like longer.
I know. I feel like it's flown by, honestly. But when I look back and see everything, it's amazing.
But it's a lot. You put in a lot of long hours, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Because I know some of the times you were talking to, like Alexandra, for example, or other guests, because sometimes they get nervous, they get scared. So you're talking to them 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, right?
Oh, yeah.
Was this group fun to work with today?
Oh, they were a blast. This show was really fun to produce, and that's what I love about my job. One day I can come in and help work with someone like, Alexandra, who's dealing with addiction, and then the next day we're talking about burping and passing gas. So it's always different, and it's always changing, and that's why I love it.
So what's it like to be a mom?
It's absolutely amazing, and I just love it. And I have a very understanding husband named Brad, who is a huge help and really helps make sure that I can do my job and also be a mom at the same time.
Yeah. All right. Well, you do a great job. I just want to introduce you to the people.
You.
Beth Thompson, Greeley. All right. Thanks, Beth. I want to thank all of my guests, and I also want to thank actor, comedian, and my good friend Kirk Fox for helping out today. And a special thanks to Nancy O'Dell, author of Secret Ingredients, Step-by-Step Recipes for Creating Meaningful Gifts. And everybody in the audience is going home with a copy. All right? For those of you at home, you can go to drphil.com to win a copy of the book as well. And if you want to buy any of the products from Nancy's scrapbooking line, go to creativememories.com/Nancy. And I also want to thank Paget Gadget Communications for providing Paget Gadgets to our audience today. And thank you so much, Lisa Gachet, for all of your work. We're going to have a link up for you where people can find you on our website. Because maybe they have a husband they want to turn in, right?
Absolutely.
All right, great. Thanks for being here. Thanks so much, everybody.